Alright, we're back. We've just finished the Thalmor Embassy quest. I learned, man, that we've got to kill Eriker, if he can be killed. He had the servant girl Rayless falsely arrested, sent down to torture, possible death. He called her a slut. He doesn't deserve to live. Nor does Bellathor in Whiterun, the merchant. He says that he'll sell his sister if he had one, or your relatives. Mentioning the sister, maybe that's a sex slave type thing, but just slavery in general. People talk all the time about Nazim or Hemsker, they're both loud and obnoxious in Whiterun, but they seem to be okay with a slaver. I don't get it. Alright, back to the game. We've just returned to Riverwood. We've finished talking, I guess, to Huji here. Let's collect our gear back. I think we're overburdened now. So let's throw... let me open up the chest again. What can we get rid of? Hunting bow. Minor stuff, steel sword. Alright, we're down to 314 out of 320. I'm not really sure what happened to my Creation Club backpack. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Right there. Okay. Well, I guess we could kept those items. What are we supposed to do now? We have a couple of miscellaneous quests to collect a bounty from Riftend. I don't know if I want to kill the poor giant yet. I'm not going to participate in a drinking contest with this creep. I don't want to get the whole dog thing going right at the moment. Don't want to join the Thieves Guild. Maybe we'll wipe him out this time. Don't know about the Dark Brotherhood. Maybe we'll wipe them out. The Imperial Legion? Hell no. If you side with the Imperial Legion, you're supporting things like the Talos Massacre site, just outside of Helgen and south of Lake Ilianalta, where you have dead worshippers. You'll kill civilians. You support that. You support... Thalmor and Imperial Guards leading Stormcloak POWs off to interrogation/torture. You're a pretty brutal person if you support the Thalmor. Then there's that asshole, Jarl Sidiger from Falkreath at the embassy party. He said basically the Talos worshippers get what they deserve. And that includes, the Talos Massacre site. That's what you support. Alright. Cornered Rat. We could go get some more Creation Club armor. Read the letter from Tyra Bloodfire. Let's do that. Nordicus, my name is Tyra Bloodfire. Like Sautilde, the Wedir before me, I am an orphan child of Balmora. Many years ago, I took a band of misfits and rogues and turned them into the Crimson Dirks. In our heyday, they called us thieves, bandits, apostates, and killers. And they were right. We were all of those things. But so is the Jarl who taxes the poor to starvation, the soldiers who rape and pillage the towns, the Empire who would erase our gods, and the guardsmen who would behead the innocent. I know your story. If there's going to be a judge, for me, I don't want it to be them. Not the Empire, not the East Empire Company, and not the guards. Just you and the divines. But first I want you to prove you're a worthy judge. Go to the docks in Runtelm. There you meet a beggar in need of your aid. Some would offer him gold, others bread or wine. Offer him the alms you think will best serve him. Once you have proved your measure and your mercy, you must then show your mettle. I will wait for you at the Talos Shrine, west of Runtelm. When at last we meet, I ask that you speak only with your blade. For while the tongue lies, the sword is true. Alright, the docks in Runtelm. We're going to head there. I normally don't fast travel anymore, but now that we're doing videos, probably it would be best. Come on, gal, out of my way. Come on. I thought special edition they were supposed to move more, man. Alright. Okay. Alright, it is nighttime. Windtown. This might be a little loud. You know what? Maybe I should gear up. Hell, I guess I was already in the city. I could hardly tell from the snowstorm. Sophie, I do believe we already have her adopted.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
At Breeze home. This is supposed to be rustic weathers. I got rid of the, what you call it, true Scandinavian seasons.
Day by the hist. If I don't get something soon, I don't know how I'll get through the week.
Are you alright?
No, I'm not. I feel like my scales are clawing into me. Maybe you could help an old Argonian out. I heard some of the sailors talking about how they stashed a bottle of double-distilled skooma in the Nissus Corner Club. I just need a taste. Thank you. I'll be waiting for that bottle.
I'm not sure if this is the
Let me guess.
quest we're supposed to do for the old beggar. Is it someone else down by the docks? Oh, here we go. This is probably it.
Need something?
Here, have 100 gold pieces.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. All right.
I wish they
Now we're going to go to the shrine and get our armor. It is the Ebony Armor from the Creation Club.
Young folks are too happy.
What the? What is with this storm? I guess I don't have a horse this time. Maybe I can steal one because, you know, fighting from horses is actually pretty powerful. I'm no longer on survival mode or legendary difficulty. Legendary difficulty is just stupid. Don't typically like to leave things to waste. Where did the other wolf go? Now it is getting hard to see. Well, maybe we'll find it when it clears up. But I've gotten the Ebony Armor on my other character, the Argonian. I don't know if I like it as much as the Creation Club's Steel Soldier Armor, and definitely not as much as the Lord's Mail from the Creation Club, which I don't have yet for this character. But that is a pretty decent armor. It not only looks good, but it absorbs health. System, gonna save. Now what do I have going here? Barrel. Let's get the Banded Iron Shield of Resist Magic. I have a feeling we're going to need that. Right, there she is. Actually a lot more fun than doing it on a legendary difficulty and survival mode when you have all kinds of things working against you. I don't want the elven bow. Well, we might sell it, but I don't really want elven crap. Ebony plate armor increases your health by 50 points. The gloves, gauntlets, one-handed attacks, 30% more damage. The boots, stamina, 30% faster. The helmet increases heavy armor skill by 20 points. Ebony sword, yeah, man, let's take it all. How much am I overburdened? Some. Can we give some more to her? She's already packing a lot of crap.
Yes, champion of Azura. What do you need to take?
Let me give her my steel soldier armor. I'm going to keep the helmet. Alright, now we're down. I guess she isn't going to wear it.
Until next time.
Right, it's typical Ebony Armor. Except for I think we're going to go with the Steel Soldier helmet because it has a 40% fire resistance and it still looks okay. I don't necessarily want to leave her body just sitting here, and because I am an honorable sort of dude, we're going to take her up here and bury her by the altar. I'm not your typical Skyrim player who basically played like scumball trolls, killing everything inside, doing all kinds of crap. I guess she will be our offering. Save here. Now what are we going to do? We're not going to go after the Umbra yet. I mean, that was a rough quest on Legendary difficulty and survival, but of course I did it on my Argonian character because after 3,000 hours I am the greatest, okay? Of sail. My pet mud crab hadn't been working so far. We'll see if we're going to get that. I mean, it works, but then I think I corrupted my saves, you know, by going back and forth and making videos. Maybe we should do the Dawn Guard. I don't want to get Serana going though. I don't necessarily like her like a lot of people do. I mean, I used to. Then I matured. It is kind of hard to do your own thing in Skyrim. You have to be, you know, above average intelligence to really pull it off and have a good time. Maybe we should travel to Solstheim. But you know what? Let's go home and get rid of some of our crap. As I recall, our home is Bree's home. What time is it? 10:48. Not that it matters, really. It doesn't really matter unless you're on the survival mode. You know what time it is.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
We may have to take some of her
The
stuff to sell
twilight
it.
watches us all, Guardian. What do you need to take? Until next time, Guardian.
Ah, hello, my Nord friend. In the market for some hunting supplies? What are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know.
Maybe I'll take the ebony swords home. Get rid of the elven shit.
Thank you very much for your business.
Let's go and load some of our stuff. Then I guess we'll go to Solstheim and continue on with the dragon thing. I haven't really done that in a long time.
Well, You smell like a hag, Raven. And you look like one too.
What do you need, my
Elf
thing?
ears, Draugr breath, mammoth nose. You take that back. Ah! Milk drinker.
Oh, that was a tough one. Milk drinker.
Braith is a big meanie. She keeps telling Lars and me what to do. I don't want to play with her anymore.
Well, let's see. Where's my follower? Oh, where did she go? But I gotta go find her because I want to get the dragon scales and bones and put in the chest.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know.
What do you
I
need,
might have
Guardian?
it stored away.
What do you need to take?
Now I'm carrying too much again. All right, come on, let's go. She gonna come? Well, let's give her something so we can move a little faster.
The twilight watches us all, Guardian. What do you need to take? Lead on.
Have you met my father? He's a... I help my father in more ways than people realize.
Yes, champion of Azura. What do you
Champion of
need
Azura.
Let's go.
Where's my drummer armor from the Creation Club? It might be in the what you call it. Wade's helmet. Dwarven mail boots and gauntlets. Blade's armor. 82. Oh, can't beat that. I guess it's in for the companions of Jorvasker. Back to Windtown. I haven't been to Solstheim in a long time.
There's no glory in war. It's just something they tell soldiers who risk their lives.
They're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the old form of wisdom. Might consider joining us.
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore.
Why not?
It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then... the next thing I remember, I was here. And they were gone. That's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim.
So he'd be afraid to come to the U.S. today, where almost everybody is wearing a mask. You're taking me.
Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there.
I'll pay you, intimidate.
Hold on now. I'm just a simple sailor. I never wanted to get mixed up in any of this. All right, I'll take you. But we leave immediately.
All right, here we go. Hang on. It's going to be a rough sea voyage.
Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
Possibly. Possibly we can figure out what's going on. One good thing about the island here is the Sovereign Manor, the house. I thought it was pretty darn awesome.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions.
I'm looking for Miraak. None of your business.
That's the kind of attitude that's going to land you in prison. I'll let it go for now. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Rerron. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions?
Is this a purely Dunmer settlement? Because, you know, as a Nord and a Stormcloak, I'm not fond of elves.
Raven Rock started out as an Imperial settlement. The Empire decided to abandon it, just as my people were first setting foot here. They left the town in shambles. House Retheran took over, we turned it around and became ours. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're proud to call it home.
Why are you suspicious?
Have to be. The second counselor, the security of Raven Rock was my primary concern.
Has security been an issue?
This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down.
What do your titles mean?
Councillor Morvain is House Veterans representative on Solstack. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced.
What is the city of Blacklight?
Your ignorance of our homeland doesn't surprise me. It's the capital of Morrowind, and that way ever since Mournhold was sacked by the Argonian. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors.
The Argonians invaded Morrowind?
Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. Attempted expansion, revenge for the enslavement of their people, or perhaps both. Whatever the case may be, thousands of Dunmer needlessly lost their lives. Many more were exiled from their homeland.
So apparently the Dark Elves, the Dunmer, were enslaving Argonians. And everybody just focuses on the Nords and Ulfric, as you know, the racists. You know who Miraak is?
I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it.
I don't believe you. Can you tell me anything?
I don't think so. I'm not. The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think. I'm not sure what. Giallo.
Captain Giallo.
You started to wonder what?
We were delayed by bad weather. Or you even asked.
Another mouth to feed. You picked the wrong town to settle out back then.
That guy sounded almost Aussie. Australia. Alright, where's the Earth Shrine? Let's see, is this Severin Manor? Open. Yeah, this is a pretty fine house.
What the?
Too far as, you know, out in the middle of nowhere. Kitchen.
I'm worried. I think she
She's jealous. Can't say that I blame her.
If you take leave of your senses, we could be exposed.
Bedroom.
Ruined. 10 years of planning, all for nothing.
It's your choice, Father. Anytime you want to end it, you just give the word.
Yep, this is a pretty fine house. What I recall in Oldrim, these mannequins would kind of walk around off their pedestals. Alright, back to the task at hand. Earthstone. Well, I guess I have to ask around. So let's do that. Let's see, what was in here? Yes, as I recall. Hey, this is kind of chipper music in the background.
You haven't seen Kresh's Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again.
I don't want to
Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
My husband Bendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Do you know someone called Miraak?
Miraak. I'm sure I've heard that name before. Haven't I? Was it in a dream?
Oh, come on.
May your path be free from danger.
Where was the other person that was standing there?
You can go, but I'd say stay inside the bulwark.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
All right, agreed, and then maybe I won't have to kill you. Do you know Miraak?
No, wait. I recognize the name, but I'm not sure why. I don't know. I feel strange just thinking about it. A temple, maybe. Here on the island, something about a temple.
I guess we completed what we had to. Oh, look at her. Red elf eyes.
Looking for any potions? Ingredients? Alchemical supply? I don't think so. Though it sounds like a name I've heard before. I hear that name, and I see a temple here on Solstein. What could that mean?
It means that there's a temple to Miraak.
I work for Mogul.
There's
You've got a
one
problem,
thing
you talk to him.
Debts are enough.
Welcome. My wife and I are doing the best we can to keep Raven Rock fed.
I think so, but I can't remember how I know him. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure.
Do you know him or not?
I'm not sure. I think so. But the only thing that comes to mind is a shrine near the Earthstone.
What do you sell?
All sorts of useful things. Feel free to browse. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for
Say that even louder, so the entire
Want to
town...
buy anything? Or just laugh at our misfortunes? I think I maybe had a dream about someone with that name.
And that's the end.
Tell me about your dream.
It was very strange. Was I building something?
Now, as I recall,
A shrine down on the beach near
if
the
you go
Earthstone?
asleep here on this island, you might wake up as one of Miraak's slaves working on his temple. What do you sell?
Everything I've got on display, really.
Weapons, apparel. I'd say banded iron armor is probably the best looking in-game armor there is, followed by regular iron armor.
If you need any supplies, you know where to find me.
Move along.
The retching netch.
Teldrin Cerro, blade for hire. It looks like you already have someone with you.
Yep, I
If
do.
you want me to join, you'll have to part ways with them first.
I'm going to keep her around.
Mafala Cloaku.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, my lord. If you need anything,
Master Geldis will be happy to help you.
I guess the Grey Elf Club in Windhelm was also called the Corner Club.
We have all sorts of authentic dark elf food and drink here.
Do you know
Geldis
Miraak?
spares no. Did I know someone by that name? Someone that wanted something.
What did he want?
Maybe I'm just confused. I can't be sure.
Yeah, they're all hallucinating on
Safe
drugs or
travels.
something.
Miserable. Just miserable. This island's nothing but a pile of rubble. What's the point trying to make a life here?
And what are you doing here?
I think so. But I'm not sure where I heard the name.
Is there anything you can tell me?
I don't know why, but I'm thinking about a temple here on the island.
Okay.
Maybe it was just a bad dream.
What else?
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sue Jammer that will ever grace your lips. Welcome to the Retching Netch, Outlander. What can I get you?
So what's the specialty?
The finest Sue Jammer to cross your lips, friend. My own personal formula that I call Sadri's Sujama. In fact, I've just added some new ingredients to the mixture that I think makes it taste better than ever. All I need to do is get the word out that it's ready, and they'll flock here for it.
They'll show up eventually.
Yeah, I suppose they might. Oh well.
Alright, so I guess there's no more
Watch
quest
yourself out
dialogue
there.
about Miraak.
Looks like an ash storm might be brewing.
This is House Red Ring territory. You do well to remember that.
Now I think
If you're
that
looking
the
for passage to Garden, you're out.
place we're looking for is down here. Right over there where the green beam of light is. As I recall, the people were all hypnotized. Just walking around a little bit. Earthstone.
Here in his shrine.
That we might remember.
By night
What by
we
day
recline,
was stolen.
far from ourselves. He grows ever near to us.
They're on some kind of a trance,
Our
repeating
eyes
mantras.
were blinded. Now through him do we see.
Activate the Earthstone.
Our hands.
Now, through them, do I speak.
Ah, screw it. Am I one of them now?
And when the world shall see. That world will cease to be.
Here in his shrine.
Activate it again.
That they have forgotten.
We're back at it.
That we might remember. By night we recline.
Okay, this
What
is,
by day was stolen.
now what do we do?
Far from ourselves.
What are we gonna do?
He grows ever near to us.
Reach the Temple of Miraak. we have to start going cross country. Let's go there. Let's get this thing going.
Our eyes once were blinded.
Better put the helmet back on.
Now through him do we see.
I might need my steel soldier armor from my gal here, because I think it has a magic resistance. On the other hand, this is a lot more powerful or strong as an armor. There's the mountain.
And when the world shall see, and when the world remembers,
that world will cease to be.
What's the best way to get up there? Yeah, let's just go do a little bit of a sightsee. Going around. I wonder if we could take one of those netches, like a taxi cab. Would also be nice to have a horse, perhaps. Oh, look at those waves crashing in. What time is it? 6:59 p.m., almost 7 o'clock. We're here. This is a detour, as I said it would be. Oh, here's... he went down like a wuss. Look at how all these places look alike. I think the game's doing the best it can as far as making places. Bone mold armor. We should actually get some of that. am I going now? Dunmer outfit. Let's put on the Dunmer outfit. Magic was generate 75% faster. Well, now I look like some kind of joker or court jester. There's no armor rating. Why is the ebony plate armor only 85 or whatever it was? What was it? Wasn't it 102 earlier? Her the Dunmer outfit.
Yes, champion of Azura. What do you need to take? Until next time, darling.
Is there any way, if I find a bed, I'm going to try and sleep in it. I want some light on this. Lever. I want to put on the bone mold armor just to see what it looks like. Kind of looks a bit like the, almost kind of Dwarvenish, Dwarven Armish. Let me get out of here. Probably should put back on my Creation Club Ebony Armor, because at least it has an enchantment. Oh, damn it! I slept in that back here. Now who's fighting me? Damn, hold it, I gotta put on my fire-resistant helmet. Okay. And probably the ebony plate armor, because it increases health. Some more cultists. Come on.
Miraak, help me!
Fire salts, maybe. Gold. We don't want any cultist crap or elven crap. Here's my gal. Maybe she took care of this other guy. Oh. It's just been so long since if I, done this quest. Before I get all turned around here. Oh, damn. Hey, we're a lot closer now. We must have transported in our sleep. Where was that again? I guess to our right. That's where we were. Where's the guy? Oh, there it is up in the heads up this way. Miraak, you're forgotten. Why is that thing stuck in my screen? You have forgotten. I just want to get through the whole Bane Dragon Quest thing.
Our eyes once were blinded.
What I'm wearing now is the armor. Everything is from the Creation Club. Pieces of the Steel Soldier armor and then the Ebony Armor.
Our hands once were idle.
But neither of them are the best. The Lord's Mail is the best.
And when the world shall see. And when the world remembers.
I kind of remember her, I think.
Can you hear me? You must leave this place.
I liked
You there.
her.
What brings you to this place? Why are you here?
I'm here to kill.
I am Freya of the Scar. I am here to either save my people or avenge them.
Now why can't you do both? Save them and avenge them. Save them and then kill everybody that, did harm to them. That's the way to go. The only justice.
I am unsure. Something has taken control of most of the people of Solstheim. It makes them forget themselves and work on these horrible creations that corrupt the stones, the very land itself. My father, Storm, our shaman, says Miraak has returned to Solstheim, but that is impossible.
This guy tried to kill me.
Then you and I both have reason to see what lies beneath us. Let us go. There is nothing more I can do here. The tree stone and my friends are beyond my help for now. We need to find a way into the temple below.
What do you know about this guy?
His story is as old as Solstheim itself. He served the dragons before their fall from power, as most do. A priest in their order. But unlike most, he turned against them. He made his own path, and his actions cost him dearly. The stories say he sought to claim Solstheim for himself, and the dragons destroyed him for it.
What are we doing?
Yes, he served,
Come on.
but unlike most.
Did my gals already take care of them all? Ectoplasm might take that. Because we are Ghostbusters.
Are you ready to help me? We should not delay. We should check these rooms for supplies before heading further into the temple.
Right, check for supplies. Are we gonna need some help? Is this telling us that we're in for a battle? I mean, look at this. How they kill people in Skyrim. I mean, they burned these people alive, cooked them alive in cages above the flames. This is pretty sick. And obviously the people who are doing this have to be killed. This is a hideous way to execute people. The Nords, they just do it, you know, basically with an axe to the head. That is more humane. When you put people to death, of course you want to do it humanely. Can I get out of here? Get out of first-person view so I can figure out where I'm going.
The evil in this place must be rooted out.
You're here by yourself?
There are few of us left unaffected by this curse. My father, Storm, the shaman, protects them in the village. I fashioned an amulet to guard me against whatever has taken hold of the skull, but it is the only one of its kind. If I cannot find a way to save them, there is no hope for our people. We must find out what is at work here.
You know, I've often thought that Skyrim could be a psychological game. Psychological test. Depending on your choices and how you play. Let's just rip into them like we're war-trained killers. Where's the other guy? See, if you play Skyrim like a mass murderer or a troll, killing everything inside, I think that deep down inside, maybe you are a psychopath, sociopath.
We must be careful in these rooms. Traps can be anywhere, and there will likely be many. Miraak was trying to take power here.
Now, normally I
in the process.
wouldn't loot, you know, Nord tombs. because why steal from your ancestors? That gets back into the psychopath, you know, the psychological test that this game is. But this is only Dunmer, Dark Elves, I'm assuming. So, and as Nords go, I don't really care about them. You know, we just learned that they enslaved the, I don't think that, I think that's empty at the value. They enslaved the Argonians. Alright, well, let's move on. Looks like a trap. I better get in first person view to maybe avoid them. We're using Dawn Guard from the Creation Club. And you know, I've used this sword a lot. Let me see. Dawn Fang. Yet a soul gem still has not gone down after hours of playing with it. So I'm thinking, yeah, it has to be permanently charged, which is very nice. Bloodthirst is more powerful, but it just sucks down the soul gems.
Happened in this chamber. Who are the poor souls trapped in these cages? What tortures did they suffer at Miraak's hands? Was it in service to the dragons, or for his own purposes?
Well, I'll tell you, a lot of people
Look
play
up
the
there.
game
I think I see something.
like they are Miraak. Sociopaths, psychopaths. That's the test. If you play the game like a psychopath, you probably deep down inside are a psychopath. That's my theory.
The stairs are knocked out. I have no doubt you can find a way out. You never know. You may find something of value up there. I should look around.
So I've already started looking around. It is kind of dark in here. Healing. Maybe I'll take that. Well, I want to get back up there and search a couple of those cultists, but I'll just probably get some crap loot. Alright, this horned ancient Nord Greatsword. This has been one of my favorite killing weapons in my over 3,000 hours in Skyrim. I often used it a lot in the past. When I'm playing a two-handed character. Sometimes I like to go through the game a long ways, just using basic iron type weapons, steel weapons, Nordic weapons if a Nord. That's how I started off with this guy, this character here. Let me get rid of the helmet so we can see him. But then I downloaded the Creation Club Dongfang sword. And that was that. But normally I used to play a two-handed character. Alright, let's go back down there. Search this guy, yep. Who has time to search bodies while you're in the middle of a battle?
I must not fail my people.
No, you shouldn't. I think these are Nords we're actually stealing from now. Maybe the, one of the elves we were talking to earlier said that they came in after somebody was leaving. It might have been the Nords. Shoot, I'm possibly looting my ancestors' tombs here. Alright, what way did we come in? Work of them. I think I picked up a basket by mistake, or the bowl.
Who's there? Now we end it. And so it ends.
You know, it's hard to hate on these Draugr and stuff. They're only doing what they're supposed to do. Protect the tombs. Now this is an amusement park of danger. Now what happened? The screen freeze? I haven't had that light since in forever. How do you get out of a screen freeze? Hey, I'm going to have to start this game again. Come on, I hope I've got a close save. I'm sure I do. I hope it's not because I took off a Scandinavian Seasons weather mod, which did have a script in it. Because I didn't like that. Well, I liked the weather mod at first, then I didn't. Continue. Otherwise, I don't know what the heck happened because this game has been running beautifully. But I guess I have to go back. Not too far. Some loot here somewhere. Come on. We're pretty much back where we were. It's the way through here.
Is someone there?
What do we have over here? I haven't used my bow in a long time, although the guy here started out as an archer. Not a stealth archer, but a stand-up heavy armor archer. No crosshair. In fact, my crosshair still might be turned off. Oh, shoot. I wasn't using the heads-up display for a long time either, but I've got it on now, so we can see what's going on better. Let's see if we can lead these skeletons into the trap. Look at all the bodies. Oh, that's the one I use. Well, I've got the supple one now. That's a natural aiming point on that. I'm sure my gals will protect the rear. Let's see what's over here anyway.
I'm sorry, but you left me with no choice.
Who's apologizing? Freya or my gal? I'm sorry, but you left me with no choice. That's kind of the way I feel with the Draugr, too. As I said, they're just doing their job. Good thing I have my helmet with 40% fire resistance. And there's the trap. Beautiful.
I'm not going down there. It would be foolish to attempt it. You have a much better chance of making it through this trap. I have no doubt that lever turns this way. I shall wait here for you.
What lever? Yeah, there's usually a lever, but I don't yet see one. Well, usually on something like this, you have to run to the other side. I'll get my gal to wait here, so she doesn't get killed.
I'll stand guard.
You know, this might be a time to try the whirlwind sprint. Oh, that didn't get me all the way through. So somehow I seem to have got through that without getting hit. Well, except for there at the end. Alright.
Thank you. Miraak took great pains to make it difficult to reach you, it seems. Let us hope that is the last of his traps.
Yes. Lead the way.
This gal, the sorceress following me, she's the one from the Shrine of Azura. She had no further purpose and wanted to come with me, so I couldn't turn that down. Because I have a heart. I'm a killer, a warrior, a slayer
You there.
with a heart.
What brings you to this place? Why are you here?
What do you know why we're here? We're here on a kill mission.
I must not fail my people.
Before we go in there, let's see what else is out here.
The evil in this place must be rooted out.
Well, you know what? This looks like a hell of a place. Let's just save it here and go back and see what that other door was, if we can. If we can back out of this. What is this, just a treasure room? Black soul gem, alright. Two black soul gems. The common soul gems seem to be not enchanted. Alright, I guess we're going to go out here and get in some Shiza. There they are, waiting for us.
What's that? I knew I heard something.
None shall stand against him.
I will
have to get my steel soldier armor back on. Ooh, I almost hit her. The Sanctum. Maybe we can get done with this. Well, I don't recall how long this thing is. I mean, this is something that could go on for hours, days.
That gave him reason to turn on his masters. But his path seems to have been avoided. I wonder if we will find some answers to what happened so long ago.
Very nice, decorating the place with skeletons and bodies. Nice touches.
Is someone there? That might be worth exploring. And exploring means exploring, not, running around looking for a fight. Alright, it's been a while since I've used my bow. Supple Ancient Nord bow. Yeah, no crosshair, but we have that aiming. Is somebody pushing me? My gal was pushing me. I'm sure Don Penny is more powerful at this point. I am sorry, but you left me no choice. Well, I don't mind killing the cultists. All cultists should be killed, right? Just a little exploring. I guess this is the way. How much deeper can this be? I had been told that Miraak's power was great, but to have built...
This place can be pretty deep. Like I recall reading the difference between Skyrim and like The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 is a big world, but it's all spread out flat. Skyrim's not as big, flat, but it goes up and it goes down. So, considering that, it's pretty big.
Large, a temple. It cannot be much farther now. I feel it in my bones.
And The Witcher 3, in my opinion, is crap compared to Skyrim. battle axe. I guess I'll take that. Alright. Look at the face of the dragon, I guess, on that door. A key. Alright, now we've got a problem. Where do we get the key? Did one of the Draugrs back there that we did not loot have the key? Oh, the gatekeeper. Alright, here we go. That was easy. But it was as I thought. Somebody back there that we didn't loot yet had the key. I say to heck with looting. Let's just get this thing going. But I'm always tempted to loot. Well, actually, I'm not even going to call it looting. I'm going to call it exploring.
Dead end? Impossible. There must be something more. Look around. I will let you know if I find anything in the dining area.
Right here, I'm looking to see if there's potions. Not that we needed anything yet. I'm not on that high of a difficulty level, which makes it more fun. Charged. That one's empty. Oh, look at our Dawnfang sword there glowing. That means it's daylight. Yeah, still 5:05 p.m. At 6 o'clock p.m. it turns into a Duskbane. You know, the frost enchantment. That's that Creation Club sword there. You look nice there in the dark. But I want to get through here. And where did we come in at?
I knew it. A secret passage in the dining area just opened up. This must be it. Let us move quickly. Get back to the dining area. Is this the secret passage, or is this where we came in? These type of tunnels remind me of a colonoscopy. I wouldn't be surprised if that's not where they got the idea for those tunnels. I wonder if there is something here that story of
really
Miraak.
need a lot of magic, I don't think.
Nothing but ruined books.
So how do we get down? Let me do a hard save here. Because if I step on that thing, we might fall to our death. Is this the way we came in?
We passed by a few of them earlier. They are becoming more frequent as we get further in. I do not like this place. It almost looks as if these statues will come to life in a moment.
Alright, my gal's talking to me.
It looks like there is only one way to proceed. I leave the honor of pulling that handle to you. I do not want to put my hand anywhere near the mouth of that statue.
Where is she? Alright, here's the handle. Beautiful. Alright, I had trouble getting into first person view. So I'm looking at our Creation Club sword now. Now it's turned into the nighttime dust bag. So instead of fire, it's dealing frost. And, oh wait, let's just confirm something again. Yeah, Dust Fang. And you can see the soul gem charge still has not gone down one minuta. So how do we get down this thing? Do we jump? How are my people gonna come? That is a filth because of the value. So that thing that looks like the jaws with teeth, that's obviously harmless, right?
It is eerily quiet. I do not suspect that will be the case the further we go. Be on your guard.
This guy Miraak. What is wrong with my control? As much as I hate first-person view, it's useful for some things, like close-up work. You know, in all my 3,000 hours in Skyrim, I probably only done this quest once. So in a way, this is kind of new to me. Although I am getting flashbacks here and there.
Damn, it's quite a sight.
Quite a sight. Somebody tried to kill us with a trap. Here we go. More of these things.
I knew I heard.
Now, will you quit apologizing? Now I could be in a little bit of trouble here. I'm gonna have to let my people do some damage while I re-heal. Okay, elven arrow. I hate elven crap. Chitin shield. 36. What's our current one? 34. It increases magic resistance. I'll take the 285 gold for sure. The lockpick, the ruby. And let's use a chitin shield. Back to the colonoscopy. Colonoscopy. I have a feeling we're coming up to something. The arrows are up there. Oh man. Is this where we're going to go to that weird place with those, you know,
There are
slimy,
dark magics at work here. Ready yourself.
slimy looking things?
It seems wrong somehow.
Ah, the books. We can't be going there, right? Find the source of Miraak's power. Okay. Shoot, I might be able to finish this tonight. Well, actually, it's been almost 2 hours. Let me see if I can hurry up. Here we go.
The time comes soon when... What? Who are you to dare set foot here? You are Dragonborn. I can feel it. And yet... You have done little beyond killing a few dragons. You have no idea of the true power a Dragonborn can wield. This realm is beyond. You have no power here. And it is only a matter of time before Solstheim is also mine. I already control the minds of its people. Soon they will finish building my temple, and I can return home. Send him back where he came from. He can await my arrival with the rest of Tamriel.
Well, that took a while.
What happened to you? You read the book and then... It seemed... What happened to you? You read the book and then... It seemed as though you were not really here. I could see you, but also see through you.
I'm not really sure. I saw Miraak on a dragon.
Where? Where is he? Can we reach him? Can we kill him?
Somehow reading the book took me to him.
This is a dangerous thing, then. We should return to my village and show this to my father. Perhaps Storm can make sense of what is going on. Come, there looks to be a way out through here.
Alright, I'm going to stop it here and call this a night. Maybe finish the rest of this tomorrow night. I'm about 2 hours. I'm going to upload this directly to a YouTube from here. And let me get in prayer mode. Dang. Because I think we're going to need to pray. Yes, sirree. Okay, Stephen, not Stefan, out for the night. Later.